don't need to shoot a gun, throw a fist to make change. And I've always preached that in my protests. Amendment 1 is more powerful than Amendment 2. Activists who have been keeping these things going for the last 30 years, but specifically with this since the beginning. We are here victorious. Bittersweet victory, but nevertheless a victory. It just goes to prove that the power of the people does work. And I can't emphasize that enough to the people around the country who are fighting the same situation where they're bringing in these unvetted illegal aliens into these residential communities where hardworking people build a home, send their kids across the street to school. It's just unfathomable that it happened. There are plenty of facilities. First of all, they should be coming here the way everybody else comes here. That we all know. But to have them come in and then slam them into these, communities, then these people are not vetted for anything. Look what's happening in the world right now with Israel and Palestine and the terrorists. We know that we have terrorists infiltrated in this country because of the open border policy. So it goes from the top down. But again, back to this specific location, this is where a small but very, very powerful battle has been won in this huge fight. And it must continue throughout the city and the country. And again, we prove that by putting pressure, by having grandmothers, great-grandmothers, people that have jobs, people that are civil servants, children, every night, every day, relentlessly fighting. And I always tell people, that is the most important thing. You don't need to shoot a gun, throw a fist to make change. And I've always preached that in my protests. Amendment 1 is more powerful than Amendment 2. And that's what we used. And we won. So we are here to watch them go, hopefully, to a safer venue. Because if you think about it, the city, the administration, the governor, they sent them to a death trap. These are the people they claim to be the humanitarians and care about these people. They sent them into death traps throughout the city. No sprinkler systems, sewers backing up. The list goes on and on. So for those people to call us inhumane, racist, migrant haters, we just want everybody to be peaceful and to live a life here in America. But there's a certain way that it's done. And the way the city, the feds, the state handle this is a travesty. And it just goes to prove that these people that you keep voting for do not like you, that they don't like these immigrants, they don't like this country. So people, it's time to change your votes.
St. John Villa Shelter shut down over fire code violations. The closure followed a FDNY vacate order citing faulty sprinkler and alarm systems. Mayor Eric Adams' administration confirmed that the shelter would be closed Monday, but tried to downplay the move as part of a routine FDNY inspection. Since spring 2022, more than 110,000 people from around the globe have made their way to the 5 boroughs. Over 64,000 people still in the city's care have prompted the Adams administration to set up more than 210 emergency shelters around the 5 boroughs. Several shelters set up around Staten Island have drawn large protests, including the one outside the villa that drew over 1,000 people in late August. We are beyond pleased that finally our opinions have been validated by the FDNY. Today's actions taken by the fire department demonstrates that we, the elected officials and residents, have been saying since the beginning of this nightmare. The fire department had to take action before someone became seriously injured. If only we were consulted beforehand, this migrant shelter would not have opened in the first place.